Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Universe Travels. Today in this video we will discuss the top 15 best places to visit in Australia. Hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon to begin the journey. Blessed by thousands of kilometers of untouched coastline, an ecosystem as diverse as anywhere on the planet, and a distinctly laid-back culture that comes part and parcel with VBs, footy, and sunny skies, Australia is unsurprisingly one of the most desirable tourist destinations on Earth. From the natural wonderland spread across this far-off nation, Uluru to the 12 Apostles, the Daintree and Great Barrier Reef to Kakadu National Park, and the built-up cosmopolitan hubs of artsy Melbourne, scenic Sydney, and pristine Perth, the land down under might be a fair distance from the rest of the world, but it delivers, and then some, for anyone willing to make the journey. If you're looking for an adventure, head to Western Australia or Tasmania for unspoiled forests, deserts, and craggy coastline. Take a road trip up the Australian east coast and explore world-famous surf spots like Byron Bay and the Gold Coast. Or tackle the Larapinta Trail in Alice Springs, one of the toughest hikes in the country. Number 15. Uluru Kata Tjuta National Park. Smack bang in the heart of the dry, red, and dusty Northern Territory lies one of Australia's most iconic landmarks, Uluru. This huge sandstone monolith, which is more than 350 million years old and stands 348 meters tall, is the centerpiece of the Uluru Kata Tjuta National Park, which covers an impressive 324,400 hectares. Just to put that in perspective, it's 24 meters taller than the Eiffel Tower in Paris, and dates back to before the time of dinosaurs. While famous for being home to Uluru, the sprawling park is also home to a number of other interesting rock formations, including the 36 domes of Kata Tjuta, Aboriginal rock art sites, and plenty of native wildlife too. Number 14. Airlie Beach. If tropical paradise is what you're after, there are a lot of fun things to do in Airlie Beach, in Queensland's Whitsunday Islands. This beautiful little town, which sits right on the edge of the Great Barrier Reef, is the perfect base for exploring all that this World Heritage listed area has to offer. And trust us, there's plenty to see and do. Whether you're keen to sail around the islands, go scuba diving or snorkeling on the reef, take a scenic helicopter ride, try your hand at stand-up paddle boarding, or just relax on one of the many pristine beaches, Airlie Beach has it all. There's also a great selection of restaurants and bars in town if you need to refuel, some of which feature cane-toad racing as live entertainment, as well as plenty of accommodation options to suit all budgets. Number 13. Great Ocean Road. Twisting its way along the southeastern coast of Australia for 243 kilometers of beachfront views, engulfing forest canopies, and cute seaside towns, the Great Ocean Road is one of the world's most iconic drives, and it's not hard to see why. Starting just outside of Melbourne, the drive takes in some of Victoria's most spectacular coastline, with towering cliffs, rocky outcrops, sheltered bays, and sandy beaches, all waiting to be discovered. Along the way, you'll also encounter quaint seaside towns, lush rainforests, and plenty of wildlife too. There are countless highlights on this mesmerizing journey. It would take days to list them all, but the quintessential stops include Apollo Bay, a great place to tuck in for lunch, Port Campbell National Park, home to the 12 Apostles rock formations, Lockhart Gorge, and the Gibson Steps. Number 12. Yarra Valley. Enophiles, listen up. Whether you're a Shiraz fan or more of a Chardonnay drinker, a trip to Victoria's Yarra Valley, one of Australia's oldest wine regions and home to more than 80 wineries, is an absolute must. Just over an hour east of Melbourne, the valley is renowned for its cool climate wines, Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Shiraz, in particular, but also produces some incredible bubblies and is even home to an award-winning gin distillery, Four Pillars. When it comes to cellar doors, there are plenty to choose from, but the typical crowd favorites include Domaine Chandon, de Bordeaux. Don't miss the flagship Noble 1 Botrytis Semelon dessert wine, Hearing Station, and Oak Ridge wines. Tuck into a long lunch at the on-site restaurant, which has breathtaking views of the valley. Number 11. Australia Zoo. Made famous around the world by the late and iconic Steve Irwin, Irwin's family still owns and runs the zoo today. Australia Zoo is located an hour's drive north of Brisbane on Queensland's Sunshine Coast and provides a fascinating glimpse into the land down under's rare wildlife, with no less than 5,000 animals on show. As well as getting up close and personal with some of Australia's most iconic animals, think koalas, kangaroos, crocodiles, snakes and lizards. You can also learn all about the country's unique wildlife at one of the many daily shows or presentations. The tortoises and birds of prey shows are always a hit, but it's the Australia Zoo Wildlife Warriors show, where trainers come within inches of crocodiles' snapping jaws, that always leaves the crowd gobsmacked. Don't miss a chance to cuddle a koala, hand-feed a kangaroo, or get your photo taken holding a python.
For the cheapest flight booking, hotels, and taxi booking, must visit our website universetravels.net. Also, we share more popular destinations there. Link is given description below.
Number 10. Daintree National Park. Officially the world's oldest rainforest, the 1,200 square kilometer Daintree straddles the tip of Australia's east coast in far north Queensland, making it a perfect day trip from Cairns or from Port Douglas. As you might expect, such an ancient and biodiverse ecosystem is home to an incredible array of plant and animal species, including tree kangaroos, cassowaries, dingoes, 430 bird species, and over 12,000 types of insects, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. Walking trails wind their way through the dense jungle canopy. Keep your eyes peeled for rare birds and butterflies, while swaying suspension bridges. Don't miss the Rex Creek Suspension Bridge, offer bird's-eye views of the forest floor. And if you really want to get off the beaten track, and we mean way off, consider taking a four-wheel drive up Cape Tribulation Road to explore some of the more remote and beautiful parts of the park. Number 9. Whitsunday Islands National Park. Arguably Australia's most picturesque collection of islands, boasting postcard-worthy white sand beaches and contrasting turquoise waters, the Whitsundays lie in the heart of the Great Barrier Reef, just off the coast of Airlie Beach in Queensland. With 74 islands to choose from, only a sliver of which are inhabited, you could spend weeks exploring all this stunning region has to offer. Start your trip in the bustling resort town of Airlie Beach, where you can stock up on supplies. Then hop aboard a boat or yacht and set sail for your own personal slice of paradise. Most visitors head to Whitehaven Beach, famed for its 7 kilometers of white, green, and blue sandy swirls, which is accessible by boat from both Airlie Beach and Hamilton Island on a slew of day tours. Number 8. Brisbane. Small than Sydney and Melbourne, but beloved for its year-round warm weather and relaxed, friendly vibe, there are plenty of fun things to do in Brisbane, the capital of Queensland and one of Australia's most livable cities. Situated on the banks of the meandering Brisbane River, which winds its way through the city centre, and with a spectacular subtropical setting that's home to lush rainforests, sprawling parklands, and pristine beaches, it's easy to see why locals are so proud of their patch. And while there's plenty to keep you busy in town, from world-class museums and art galleries to trendy restaurants and bars, not to mention the open-air market precinct, Eat Street North Shore, and the Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary, getting out into nature is also high atop many visitors' itineraries. Number 7. Warner Brothers Movie World. One of the sister parks to SeaWorld, also on the Gold Coast, about an hour south of the Brisbane CBD. Movie World is a must-visit for anyone who loves movies, TV shows, and all things Hollywood. With movie-themed rides galore, the 200-feet-high Batwing space shot will have you feeling like you're part of the action. The ultra-fast Superman ride is tailor-made for adrenaline junkies, and the Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster is a twisting and turning experience offering the perfect amount of family thrills. There's plenty to keep you entertained throughout the day. And that's not to mention the star-studded shows, which feature all your favorite Warner Brothers characters including Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, and Tweety Bird. Full of action, fire, and high-octane drifting, the daily Hollywood Stunt Driver Show is also a firm favorite, as is the long-standing Hooray for Hollywood Parade, featuring all your favorite Tinseltown icons of bygone eras. Number 6. Melbourne Cricket Ground. Looking for fun things to do in Melbourne? Considered as one of the world's premier sporting venues, and capable of hosting over 100,000 screaming fans foaming at the mouth for a game of AFL, cricket, or rugby, the Melbourne Cricket Ground, MCG, is an icon of the city and a source of immense pride for locals. The Richmond-based stadium has been around since 1853 and has played host to some pretty historic events over the years, including the inaugural cricket test match in 1877, the MCG 1956 Summer Olympics, and, of course, the annual AFL Grand Final.
For the cheapest flight booking, hotels, and taxi booking, must visit our website universetravels.net. Also, we share more popular destinations there. Link is given description below.
Number 5. Great Barrier Reef. Teeming with beautiful marine life, the Great Barrier Reef is one of Australia's, and the world's, most popular tourist attractions. A UNESCO World Heritage listed site, this natural wonder stretches for over 2,000 kilometers along the Queensland coast, and is made up of 3,000 individual reef systems and coral caves. Collectively, it's home to arguably the most diverse and colorful underwater ecosystem on the planet, an undeniable slice of heaven on earth for snorkelers and scuba divers alike. While you could easily spend days exploring all that the Great Barrier Reef has to offer, most visitors choose to base themselves nearby, with plenty of day trips departing from Cairns, Port Douglas, or Airlie Beach to the reef. Snorkeling and diving are obviously top activities here, where you'll come face to face with thousands of species of fish, turtles, rays, and vibrant coral in glass-like translucent waters. But there are plenty of other ways to experience the reef if you're not a confident swimmer. Number 4. SeaWorld. One of a slew of theme parks tucked away on the Gold Coast. A beachfront stretch of warm golden sand about an hour's drive south of Brisbane on the nation's east coast. SeaWorld has long been a top-tier destination for voyaging families, particularly during the school holidays. A marine mammal park, oceanarium, and theme park all rolled into one. With a strong emphasis on animal care and environment conservation, SeaWorld has something for everyone with hair-raising rides. Don't miss the jet rescue coaster, delightful shows, educational presentations, and no shortage of opportunities to get up close and personal with marine life both above and below the water. You have the chance to see polar bears and penguins at Polar Bear Shores and the Penguin Encounter, feed dolphins, or even swim with them, and enjoy the seal show where these playful pinnipeds put on an impressive performance of flips and tricks. Number 3. Sydney Opera House. You'll be spoiled for choice when deciding which of the many fun things to do in Sydney to tick off your bucket list first. The poster child of Australia and one of the nation's proudest architectural icons, the Sydney Opera House, a $100 million marvel, is a must-see for first-time visitors to the country. Situated on Sydney Harbour since 1959 with the stunning Sydney Harbour Bridge as its backdrop, the Opera House is one of the world's most distinctive buildings and has come to symbolize both Sydney and Australia as a whole. While you can admire the building from the outside for free, snapping selfies till the camera rolls full, it's recommended to splurge on a tour or a show to really get a feel for what goes on inside one of the busiest performing arts centers in the world. Number 2. Kakadu National Park. Home to a lush rainforest where the worries of the world fall away, ancient rock carvings, and rugged landscapes encompassing hills, woodlands, and sandstone cliffs spread out as far as the eye can see. Kakadu National Park is one of Australia's lesser-known yet highly treasured natural landmarks. Located in the Northern Territory close to Darwin, Aboriginal culture and heritage are front and center in Kakadu. Home to the world's largest concentration of Aboriginal rock art, it's easy to spend a day or two exploring all the ancient stories and artwork that adorn the enormous 20,000 square kilometer park. One of the best ways to take in Kakadu is on a cruise down Yellowwater Billabong, where you're all but guaranteed to spot crocodiles lazing about in the sun, birds swooping through the air, and turtles swimming through the water. Number 1. Cairns. Wildly underrated compared to the East Coast's major cities, looking at you, Sydney and Melbourne, there are plenty of fun things to do in Cairns, the far north Queensland's gateway to Mother Nature's magic. With a go-slow atmosphere and some of the nation's most breathtaking natural landmarks within arm's reach, Cairns, hint, do as the Aussies do and pronounce it like Cairns, is a veritable natural wonderful. In the small yet vibrant city itself, you'll uncover crowd-favorite attractions like the Cairns Esplanade Lagoon, Cairns Botanical Gardens, the Cairns Aquarium, and the Cairns Night Market, open every evening from 5 p.m. The market morphs into a lively hubbub of local jewelers, craftsmen, and mouth-watering food. However, it's common knowledge you don't journey to Cairns to stay within city limits. Venture beyond the residential area and you'll find an array of natural playgrounds that will inspire even the most seasoned traveler. So there you have it, 15 best places to visit Australia. Whether you're a nature lover, an adventure seeker, or just looking for a bit of relaxation and good food and wine, we promise you won't be disappointed. So what are you waiting for? Start planning your Aussie adventure today.